fixed head coupe headliner kit, series 1 and 2. This applies to the 2+2s also. The same materials, different shape for the longer cantrail covers, but the same applies. We're very proud of this headliner kit for the fixed head coupes. We have an exclusive on this material. This is the most important part of the interior kit for the headliner. We have made in the UK specifically for us, and therefore is an exclusive from BAS. This is foam backed wool cloth, so it's the plain wool cloth. We have it's cold poured onto the back of the wool cloth, and it's a self-skinning foam. Now the most important feature of this is that this is an exact reproduction of the original stuff Jaguar used on the fixed head 2+2 headliners. In our opinion, nothing else works. They wouldn't have gone to this cost and expense and hassle at Jaguar if something else could work for cheaper. A lot of our competitors use poly foam, which is an open cell foam. They then have to laminate the wool cloth to the polyfoam and the polyfoam to the roof of the car. It doesn't work. Firstly, when you press into polyfoam, you can get your fingerprints into it. There's one problem. And secondly, the polyfoam quickly disintegrates in the heat. This is a high heat skinned urethane foam, so it has a skin. And the great thing is that when it's glued into the car, you can press on this, on the wool cloth on the outside, as hard as you want, and you will not get your fingerprints in it. It also will last. So it's a very important part of the kit. In fact, we think it's the most important part of the kit. On the fixed head and the 2+2s, it's that headliner. If you're going to go to all the cost and hassle of replacing it, you should find a permanent solution, and we have. So we're very proud of this. You can see it's cut to shape. It's glued, and then the roof is glued. It's not an easy thing to do. It wasn't for Jaguar. I can tell you because I spoke to an old boy in Coventry that worked at the factory, and at the pub he was telling me how they did it. They used a long pole, like a broom handle, long. They offered it they glued it up, and they offered it into the back of the hatch. They didn't do it with the car upside down, as some people think. They then had two guys inside. They had chalk marks sent to center everything at the front and on the car. And then once you make contact with the glue, starting in the middle, that's it. You cannot pull this stuff off. So it's not a particularly easy thing to do, and we do recommend professional installation for that. But that's how they did it at the factory, and then this is all trimmed back. And the cantrail covers, as we call them, these shaped pieces, come sewn from us with the rubber tubing as they were at the factory. They get stuffed into the little gap that's up there that's created with a steel bracket. So they come in the kit. A piece of plain wool cloth here for the front header bow. And in the standard kit, you get the covers for the sun visors. But also, if you buy this as a single item without the interior kit, just as a headliner kit, you get just the covers. To upgrade, you can go to these sun visors that we make here. They've been reproduced in a very hard, dense polyurethane foam to replace the very very poorly designed factory sun visors that only ever lasted 3 years back in the 60s. You'll see in your own car that they're disintegrated. They break away from the steel within the sun visor commonly, and they become very loose. And because you have to push on them to activate them, what happens is the steel seizes to the chrome over the years, and people end up snapping them across here, and then the foam generally disintegrates. And you'll very rarely have a sun visor in an original fixed head coupe 2+2 that survives well enough, in my opinion, to be recovered. So if you take the cover and you commit that material to your old sun visors and you don't get good results, then you've ruined the kit. So we do recommend brand new sun visors that are molded, dense urethane foam, not like this soft foam. It's a hard foam. The steel is embedded within, and we do them with or without the vanity mirror sun visor. And this substrate and the way we do them will last the lifetime of the car. It's definitely an upgrade from the factory original polyfoam sun visors. So there we have it. That's the headliner kit for the fixed head and 2+2s. And again, this product is an exclusive from BAS, and something we're very proud of. Foam-backed wool cloth headliner. Okay, we're looking at 2+2 fixed head coupe. They come with both our reproduction sun visors, again exclusive from BAS Limited, molded in a very dense urethane foam to replace the very soft and often destroyed polyfoam that the factory used, which was never really a good idea. As some of you guys will know, in your original cars, these become very soft. There is a steel tube that's embedded within the foam on ours and the factory originals. What tends to happen is they seize in the chrome rods that pass through with corrosion, and over time, as you pull these up and down, people will pull in on the soft foam and they tend to crack across there. So once that happens, they become very soft and not really usable. We strongly recommend purchasing our complete sun visors as shown here. We do provide in our headliner kit, which I featured in another episode. Here it is, here being packed. That the covers are cut and supplied when you just choose to get an headliner recover kit. But this customer and many of our customers in this particular case doing a full restoration has chosen to go with our completed sun visors. Otherwise, you end up taking the covers from the kit and using them on your soft, destroyed substrate, never really solving the problem. You've committed that lot of material. The match has to be perfect, and you've committed it to your old sun visors. If you don't get the results, next time you may have a different dial and a noticeable difference in the colors. So we do recommend to do this at that time. You can see the mirror frame in this. They were provided with and without. It varied, so customer specifies with or without mirror. This time, of course, it has the mirror. So it's a very nice piece and a great addition to interior restoration.